On this episode of Greco Fabulous, the guys plan an early morning stakeout outside of an estate sale. Will the early bird get the worm, or will they just be first in line for the human stampede? Don't know how useful this footage is going to be, because as you can see it is very dark outside. It is 3:40 in the morning, got up at 3 a.m. And the reason why I am up this early is because we are heading to an estate sale this morning. This time I have a buddy with me, so we're going to divide and conquer. The doors don't open till 9, hoping to get there somewhere between 5:30, kind of scope out the line, see how bad it is. It's like 20 degrees, which, someone who lives on the East Coast should not be complaining about, but I'm kind of a baby. So we'll see if I can survive the elements. Wish us luck. So while we were waiting for the sun to come up, we decided to come up with a game plan. Now the things that we're gunning after is this NES lot with some boxed games, this massive She-Ra Princess of Power collection, and various other characters from the 80s. Now, after cross-referencing the estate sale photos with the window silhouettes from outside the house, we determined that the video games were most likely in the first room on the left. Plants? Plants. Shutters? Shutters. That's some Columbo-level sleuthing right there.
You're very tall, sir.
For a psychologist? Or for someone whose dog's just killed his best friend?
It was just a general observation, sir.
You're an acute observer, Lieutenant.
Hey everybody, better to film in the daylight instead of the pitch black, like on my way here, but just showing you the struggle, the efforts that we take to be numbers 1 and 2 at the this estate sale. There was a little bit of a potential conflict that seems to have been averted.
We got through it.
We got through it. We're good guys. I'll leave it at that. We would have done the right thing, but it was just a little bit of a misunderstanding.
Kind of good guys.
Yeah. So Greco here, obviously. My buddy Tim, or
Hey everyone.
I don't know if you have an alter ego you want me to use instead.
Tim works.
But this is the first time that we've gotten to do an estate sale together. Only my second estate sale ever, so I'm definitely not a pro here. Learning process, but the odds are in our favor. So we have a plan. I'm hitting the first floor, he's hitting the second, and hopefully
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, we can fend off all these other potential buyers, and I guess more importantly that the price is right.
Yeah, there's got to be 30-40 people here.
Yeah, I mean,
This is a good turnout.
For a weekday thing, this is actually pretty popular. Again, don't have any experience, but don't people have jobs? I don't know.
We should have brought weapons.
We should have. So I'm gonna try to get footage in there for you. Obviously, I didn't ask for permission or anything, so I'll pretty much do it. What is it? Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness. That's the motto I'm going with. So hopefully I get something for you in there. If not, then we'll show you the aftermath.
Hopefully we come away with some cool things.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, love you. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna let the first 30 in. I gotta stop there for now, okay? Number 1, 2. What?
Yeah. I'm all set. What else? The Teddy Roach is gonna be upstairs.
Yeah.
Get the video game?
Yeah.
One of the pieces sold. $50 for Grubby and $60 for Teddy.
No. Come on. Seriously?
How are people so quick? Literally, I don't know what they
You didn't see the My Little Pony, right?
It's right there.
It's right there, but they bundled it.
With what?
They bundled it all into one big thing.
They're a little off on their toy places.
Yeah, go. Okay. Bye. Bye. I'll listen. Yes. Is it stuff?
35 bucks.
Okay.
So what we get for those
Carry it with
ponies?
you. You're gonna just have to
Huh?
carry it.
35 bucks is what we would have got that.
You're way off on the toy prices.
Okay, go run. Wait, do I get the wait? No, keep going. Oh, is it going to the flat? Yeah, just go.
Alright guys, so we just got in and out. So after like
Racket time.
3 hours, no, more than that. Got there at 4 hours of waiting. Been up for longer than that. We're out in 15 minutes. So good news is we did get one of the things we wanted off our list, and one of the bundles. It was for a good price, better than I was hoping for. Hopefully everything works. But there was some huge sticker shock when we got in there. The Shear-a-Lot, which was kind of bundled together with all the toys they had, we were hoping to score it for like 150 bucks at the most. $800 they were asking. And the guy started pulling out some figures. He pulled out a pink lion Claudine, which I'm not too familiar with She-Ra. And he showed an example of one that sold for like 400 bucks. And I was like, wow, who knew,
I was close to 150. I'm not going to.
Really? That sells for 400 by itself. This guy with his pieces.
And then we looked it up some more, and then there was still other sold examples. There was a sealed one that went for 96. So whoever bought it for $400 out there, you just ruined everything for us. Because that made no sense, and I'm zooming in for no reason. So we took his card, we showed him. Obviously, he's not going to, change anything on the spot too drastically, but hopefully that sits there. We give him a call. He said call us around noon.
Come back around 12 if you can.
Work, yeah.
All right. Well, give me a call. Call me up.
So we'll see. The other thing we wanted, I was hoping for, was the Teddy Ruxpin and Grubby, but he wanted 60 for Grubby and 50 for Teddy Ruxpin, which I think is like what we could get on the high end if we sold it.
On the high end.
Yeah, and that includes like selling it on eBay, because ain't nobody buying Teddy Ruxpin around here. So maybe that'll be part of the noon phone call. See how that goes. But I'd rather get Shear-a-Lot.
I'd rather get the Shear-a-Lot.
So we'll see how it goes. But again, I think it was still pretty worthwhile. Just not as awesome as it could have been.
Just a little bit of shock.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm one for fair prices. Buying stuff for fair prices, but I don't want to overpay either.
Yeah.
$800 is a little out of our price range for that stuff today. But
I think it's out of everyone's price range. But again, if you don't know and you're going by sold eBay listings, and for some reason one of them sells for 400, you probably think you're giving people a really good deal. So in their defense, that's all they have to base it off of. So anyways, I will show you what we got on the other end. Collecting karma! Woo! So here's what we came away with. This NES action set, complete with 2 controllers, the Gray Zapper, and Mario Brothers Duck Hunt combo card. Boxed copies of Castlevania II Simon's Quest, Q*bert, Taboo the Sixth Sense, and Knight Rider, as well as loose copies of The Legend of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda 2 Link's Adventure, Contra, Roadrunner, Airwolf, and Mylon's Secret Castle. Unfortunately, Airwolf has a crack in the case, and Contra and Mylon's Secret Castle don't work. But for $75, it's still a pretty good deal. So unfortunately, in spite of all our preparations, there's one thing that you can't prepare for. High prices.
This is like $1,500 if you total it out.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
So my buddy ended up calling. It was still there, and they agreed on a $200 sales price. The kids are back in the game. That is, until the guy stopped returning our phone calls.
Faye from Charms. What? Cut.
No, really. So even after agreeing to a price and promising that they would mark it as sold and put it aside for us, once it came time to arrange the pickup details, zero communication. You know, I would expect to be ghosted by somebody on Facebook Marketplace, but a business? Now, I get it, okay? I mean, their number one priority is getting the most money for their client. That's who's paying them. So verbal handshake or not, if somebody threw more money at them, then tough luck for us. But at least have the decency to let us know. Be a professional. Absolute zero courtesy.
And all this negativity that's in this town sucks.
Now in the end, this whole experience ended up being a real roller coaster. I mean, you have your highs of getting up early, being first in line, the whole excitement of trying to find the stuff you're looking for, finding the stuff we're looking for, and sharing this whole experience with a buddy. And then you have your lows of being blindsided by high prices and having the seller back out on his word. But hey, in the end, we did end up with some cool Nintendo games. But it should have been a lot better. If only humanity was a little bit better. That's t-shirt worthy. Bye!